Let me holler at you and put you on game, Lil Woody. Now, a lot of these individuals is always going to lock themselves into a pretense. Sheikhy Chic, one thing you're going to know about me is the more you try to wrap your mind around me, the more you try to make sense, the more you're going to confuse yourself. I am a full spectrum human being in a world full of unipolar and a world full of bipolar. The true Kundalini awakened spirit has all modalities unlocked and can switch on any level of the scale. We're talking about the chakric alignment in the spine. This is not the topic of the message, but I'm just giving y'all the context for those who can comprehend. Now, whatever you are, your world is yours. Full spectrum Sheikhy. Let me put you on game real quick, my nigga. Listen, in this life, you're going to have two types of women. This is for the men. This is straight for the men. And women, you can take the principles from these messages and apply them to yourself as well, because there's a lot of suck-ass niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? So, keeping it gangster, in this life, you're going to have riders and hitchhikers. I'm at the point where I'm a high-value man, one of the highest value men in existence. It's just what it is. My conduct, my behavior, my demeanor, my level of self-perfection, my level of self-construction. It's just what it is. My degree of personal unfoldment, aka IEEG evolution. It's just what it is. So as we acknowledge, what we are and understanding the level that we brought ourselves, it's in the position as a man of my caliber and a man of my position to then circumspect and see who's going to be the queen, who can be a companion in the kingdom. Now, shouts out to you, young king. I know you out there. You might be young, you might be old. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You got riders in this world and hitchhikers. We looking for a rider. An individual like myself, like I said, we put so much work in on ourselves. We're not here to save anybody. We're not here to salvage any damaged pieces. Individual like myself is coming complete. But I want to let all you non-complete or almost completing individuals, everybody who's on the path, to understand this one thing. Your job is not to create somebody into something they're not. Try to make someone into something that they're not. You know how they talk about turn the hoes into housewives and all the whole nine? We ain't doing that. You got to understand that you have to understand your lane and your vision. As a man, I'm just saying, it's hitchhikers and it's riders. It's a whole lot of suck-ass bitches, I'm not going to hold you, that's wanting to jump in this car now that they see a nigga got the V, built the V, on the road, made the lane, paved the lane, is in his lane, and has a whole future ahead of him. I could remember, and I'm not salty, I'm not bitter, but the beautiful thing about being at the bottom and then ending up at the top is that you get to see the whole transition, and you get to see as an observer and watch everybody change around you. As you're evolving as the individual, you just notice how people respond and react to you as a stimulus differently. Now, I could remember a whole bunch of people choosing up. I could remember a whole bunch of people, doing what they was doing, and I don't got no entitlements. But motherfuckers wasn't around when niggas was down, and of course, motherfucker was lower value. It is what it is. But it's very intriguing to see a lot of motherfuckers spin back, double back when you on your lane and in your path. So then you have to become a discerning king to understand who's in your kingdom, who's in your corner, why people are presenting themselves to you, and why people are seeking you now more than before. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever you are, your world is yours. You're going to have a whole bunch of people trying to hitch a hike. They're going to try to jump in your car because they know your car is going somewhere. And when it suits them best and you've done the driving, you've done the transporting, you've done the moving, you've done the growing, the ascending, the progressing. Once you've done all of these things, they're going to try to hop out the V. They're going to try to hop out the car. Once you jump in this shit and you jump out, trust me, it's going to be crash out season 4, motherfucker. So you got to find companions in this life. You got to find companions in this life, individuals who, can ride, stay in their lane and going on the same destination, going in the same direction, going to the same destination. You got to find individuals who, when they hop in the V, they add into the progress and they add into the process. They're not simply jumping in because they trying to hitch a hike, because otherwise they be 2 feet on the pavement. These boots are made for walking. Hitting that road, nobody knows the troubles they've seen. Whatever you why your world is yours, you gotta pay attention, my nigga. Understand this basic concept. As you begin to grow and as you begin to glow, people are gonna wanna come around you to hitch a hike on your road. And what you gotta comprehend and have the vision to do is have the discernment to understand who's hopping in the V as a rider, and who's hopping in the car, jumping in the whip as a rider, and who's just coming around to benefit as a hitchhiker. Trust, going far alone and going far at all because I'm going far alone. You know what I'm saying? And the more baggage and the more excess and the more, we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I never really drove a car, but I've been driven in cars. And I can only imagine being on the road and understanding one thing. The peace and the solace that comes with knowing where you're going, seeing how you're getting there, and just the peace of mind of undisturbed, just peace of mind. So understand this, young G, because I already know you about to think about getting all these people and getting out your lane and doing all this extra shit. There's 2 types of people in this life. As a king, as a queen, women watching this, because there's a lot of bum ass niggas in this world who's looking to hitch a hike and looking to hop in your ride and hop out when necessary. You got to understand the bottom line of this shit is parasites. The principle behind this is understanding that once you become a life source and you become a grand, life-giving, emanating source of energy and a source of sustenance for yourself and for others, it's going to be all the little fucking insects, all the motherfucking moths, all the motherfucking parasites who are going to try to latch onto you and hitch a hike on this road of life. Be discerning, be wise. Understand that everybody is not in your corner for you. Everybody's not there to add to you. Most people are going to turn around, like I said, like buzzards and motherfucking parasites and leeches, and simply because you got it or you are now it, they're going to want to get in your way and latch on. So, you know, we just at that level because I'm looking in the field and I'm looking to see who's going to be my companion in life. I don't need sex. Sex is already automatic when it comes to men and women or mate companionship. It's inevitable. You feel me? Do I really enjoy who you are? Is who you are an amplifier of what I already am? Or is it something that's going to drain me? Something that's going to slow me? Something that's going to impede upon me? Something that's going to be another expense? Difference between an expense and an investment is the return. Whatever you want, your world is yours. So when you understand that your time is finite, your energy in that time window is what your best actual capital is, then it's like you never want to lose time, but you definitely never want to lose energy. And all of your time and energy have to be invested because that's exactly your life force. So you never want to get into a situation where your life force is being spent and not invested. So that's where we're at because we're sober, we're fit, we're enlightened, we're getting rich. We're rich, we're not wealthy. You know, we're going to continue to build people and show people the way, and everybody's going to build this wealth. But one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, you can't buy salvation. So the thing about this is that a lot of people would like to say, oh, it's just a scam, it's just another course. You a dumbass motherfucker. I'm going to tell you something right now. I ask you a question. Is education a scam? Or are you the scammer who thought that the answers would solve the problem and not understanding that the answers don't solve problems? The answers don't solve problems, people do. So you're supposed to get the answers as a means to self-application towards the liberation of your existence or the liberation of yourself from the problems of your existence, aka solving the equation. Other than that, if you're saying that education is a scam, then go ahead and walk this earth blind, dumb, and deaf. It's as simple as that. Consider the vibrations raised. I'm a master teacher, and I'm consistently delivering all of this awareness and all of this insight that none of your friends are, none of your family is, and nobody in your vicinity or your proximity has. And it's not even simply about speaking the knowledge. It's about who is actually personifying and leading by demonstration. Demonstration is the best education in a world full of people who over-explain and under-demonstrate, underperform, under-deliver. Consider the vibrations raised. So as I'm saying in this video, my nigga, understand this, man. In life, whether that's in interpersonal relationships, marital relationships, sexual companionships, mating, or just simple platonic friendships, As you begin to succeed and you begin to grow and you begin to evolve and you begin to glow, there are going to be two types of people in your life. There's going to be the riders, those people who are there for you no matter what. And sometimes y'all even swerve off and do y'all own thing, but you know that they there for ride. They there to ride and they there and they gonna ride. You know what I'm saying? And you got these motherfucking hitchhikers who, you know, they jump in the whip because it's convenient for them to try to get themselves to a further destination, and they just hop in somebody else's whip, but they never really are a vehicle of advancement for anybody. They only hop in other people's vehicles to advance their own selves and their own agendas. So pay attention. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider vibrations raised. This is just the direction that we're going in. Sober, fit, enlightened, and rich. If you are an inferior conductor in existence, we have no business even discussing you having or experiencing greater things in existence. There's no buying salvation. And all of the things that you're avoiding doing by talking more and sitting back and talking more and sitting back and talking more is only evidence of your own cowardice and irresponsibility. We're cultivating a community of high caliber individuals, people with high caliber integrity, people with high caliber self-esteem, people with high caliber self-esteem, people with high caliber behaviors. It's all about behaviors, because once you recognize that behavior is the product of your mind, product of your everything, and it produces everything in your life, then you realize you cannot escape the consequences of behavior. And everybody thinks that it's an enlightenment thing and you're going to learn this intellectual memorization of a script. The script and the memory of words and thoughts from other people don't change shit. People change. You have to implement them to changing your behavior, because your life right now is an exact byproduct of your behavior. Consider the vibrations raised. We on this road, whatever you are, it's a beautiful thing understanding that we ain't have no real help. I've sought guidance from people, as you should. You seek guidance from superior people like myself, and you expedite yourself on the process. But nobody's about to hold your hand. Nobody's about to just let you hop in the whip and hitch a hike. None of that shit. You got to pull your own weight. You got to learn to become the driver of your own destiny. And once we have a fleet of individuals who are on their road and on their path, then it's just as simple as that. But understand, man, as a young man, as a young woman, as a young individual, young adult, understand that in your life you're going to have two types of people. You're going to have the riders who are bona fide, who's going to thug it out for you. They're not going to let you do no wild shit and crash out and cause them to crash and burn, you know what I'm saying? So you got to play your part and know how to stay in your lane and maintain your own swag as well. Ain't nobody going to ride for a crash dummy. Nobody going to ride for no dum-dum. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you know, if you a certified rider and you got code and you got ethic and you got conduct, there's going to be two types of people in your life. There's going to be riders and hitchhikers. Beware of the hitchhikers. And sometimes, you know, you could cooperate, you know, on some shit. You know, I done been in situations. You know, I'm seeing these individuals who want to be in my life. I hitch a hike. You feel me? Because you know, sometimes some people are in your life for a reason, some people for a season, and some people for a lifetime. And that's the synopsis of this whole message. Understand who's in your life for a lifetime, understand who's in your life for a season, and understand even at the micro level who's in your life for a reason. Everything is granted to you for an opportunity to grow and to understand and refine the sword of your mind, which is the decision maker, which is the judge, which is the final hakim. Consider the vibrations raised. Evolution only solution, self-mastery only success. Pay attention. After all of this is said and done, you've downloaded a lot of information. You need to go into integrate it. Because if you just walk away from this video and conduct yourself on an inferior level, guess what, homie? You just another bitch. And it is what it is. Consider the vibrations raised. Self-mastery only success. Evolution only solution. We are the ascendancy. Got superior self-esteem? Want to cultivate that? Got superior demands for yourself? You expect and demand excellence for yourself? You got higher aspirations than being another fucking dummy on this planet? Then tap in. But you can't ever call what we got going on a scam, because you'd call education a scam. And it's never education that fails people. It's people that fail to apply what they've been informed by. Consider the vibrations raised. Evolution only solution, self-mastery only success. Master teacher Sheikhy Chic. You know what's up.